What?
Oh, just thinking what an incredibly beautiful new bride you are.
It's funny. This is the fourth time that I'm marrying Danny. Feels like the first. I feel really excited.
And well, you should. Look at something from Egan's.
Aww.
In my book, no matter what the number, a wedding deserves its own traditions. Something old, something new.
Something borrowed. I'm wearing your gloves, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And something blue.
Oh. That was Maureen's.
Dad gave it to her.
She would love this. Open it. Back to those traditions of mine, I think that brides should always have something in her hair.
Oh, wow.
A match made in heaven.
Thank you. I'm not just for this.
I know, precious. I know. How are you at accepting compliments?
Oh, great, as long as they're big enough.
I am so proud of you. You have been so brave. You've fought so hard for what you wanted. No more than that, for what you know is right. And I'm so glad you invited Rick and me to the wedding.
Well, Danny and I wanted a small wedding, but it wouldn't have been valid without you and Rick there.
We want everything good for you both. Health, happiness, humor, trust. You deserve it all.
We're finally ready for it. I think we both realized that there's no point not being with the one we love. When we're together, we can handle anything. Why waste any more minutes, you know? Life is just too short. Ooh, the dry cleaning guy. No, cigarette girl. I'm sorry, but this isn't a good time.
I'll bet it isn't.
You know, you're starting to make a habit of dropping by unexpectedly.
I'd be a little more polite if it were a social call. I hear you have a wedding to go to tonight. Your own.
Tony told you.
Why the great rush to get married, Michelle? I can't help but think it's so you won't have to testify against your husband, in case he's decided not to cooperate and ends up facing racketeering charges. Am I warm?
Does the FBI train you to be suspicious of the motives of all young couples in love?
Every young couple under investigation. The innocent approach is wasted on me. Really. I know all the lines.
Danny and I are getting married. That means we're committed to each other. Nothing more, nothing less.
What do I have to do to convince you that I'm on your side? I'm your friend, Michelle.
Wow, you've got some lines yourself. And a pretty weird notion of friendship.
You don't understand.
No, you know what? I do understand. Danny testifies against the families and he gets killed. Or if he manages to avoid execution, you and your boss whisk us away to some godforsaken place where we never see anyone we love again. Or he doesn't testify, stays alive, and you send him to prison for life. They're awful choices if you ask me.
You can't afford to keep blowing me off. Danny is in more trouble than you think.
He always has been. We've managed.
Damn it, why won't you take me seriously?
You know, trust might have something to do with that.
I don't want anything to happen to you or Danny or your baby. Now, whether you believe that or not, it's the truth. But you have to believe that the only way out is to cooperate.
Cooperate with what? Well, somebody going to answer me? I mean, if the theme here is cooperation, somebody should tell me what's going on, right? Well, you know what? I hate to see two of my favorite ladies looking so grim, especially when one of them is getting married today. Did you know that my sister's getting married today?
Yeah,
okay.
I heard.
Great. Well, I give up. I'm going upstairs.
Wait, you want to know what's going on?
Yes, Michelle, that would be nice. I would love
Upstairs
to
to change is a better idea.
No. Rick knows everything that there is to know about me, and actually almost as much about Danny. I trust him with my life. You can too, assuming that you're capable of it.
Michelle, that's not necessary. Don't.
The more people who know, the higher the risk of trouble. That's just simple math.
All right, guys, this is getting very weird here. All right, now, May, as far as...
Whoa. Stop right there. That's the first thing you need to know. There is no May Marisi.
What?
Don't. Rick, meet Mary Murto.
Mary Murto.
Mary Murdo, Special Agent, FBI.
Task Force on Organized Crime?
This doesn't help.
It helps me. You see, May didn't just show up at Inferno looking for work. She was a plant.
She was a spy.
The FBI sent her here so she could find out as much as she could about the Springfield crime families. And since she believed that Danny was at the head of it at the time, she set herself up in a Santos family business.
Well, that was very smart, wasn't it?
And now she wants to put Danny away in prison if he doesn't cooperate.
Oh, boy, there's that word again.
Yeah, I guess it must come up a lot in her line of work. See, she says that he's on his way to prison if he doesn't tell her boss everything he knows about the other family's operations.
Well, if he does that, he's going to end up dead.
He's as good as
someplace.
dead,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Some deal, huh? Either way, he loses. So do I. Don't forget about the baby. Excuse me.
I can help them. That's why I'm here.
Right.
Danny's testimony doesn't have to be a death sentence.
You're not really from Cooperstown, are you?
No.
Or in love with this idea of being a cigarette girl?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm just having a tough time wrapping my mind around all of this, if you'll excuse me, but I can just imagine what Danny's feeling right now.
I hope he understands.
Oh, really? How's he going to manage that since you were his lover?
Briefly.
Briefly. Boy, even the voice is different.
This is the way I really sound.
Uh-huh. So this girl that I dated, this girl that I became very fond of, never existed, did she? Did she?
It's not as black and white as that.
Oh, it's not. So when you slept with Danny, was it because you loved him or was it just for fun? Was it part of the game?
I was doing my job.
Doing your job. Well, there doesn't seem to be much gray area there, does it? So let me just ask you a question here, May. I'm sorry, Mary, or whoever the hell you are. Did you have a great time just jerking my feelings around like that?
Rick.
Rick? Don't call me Rick. Just call me a sucker.
I did what I thought necessary. Doesn't mean that there aren't feelings involved.
But you were just professional enough to keep those in line, weren't you? Well, it certainly answers one mystery, doesn't it?
What's that?
Well, why a relationship never went anywhere? I just didn't have the information you needed, did I, Mary? On the other hand, if I would have been supplying the Santos family with, pharmaceutical-grade cocaine, we could have been an item.
Please.
Good job, Mary. Great job. You had me fooled. I never saw it coming. I must have been just wowed by that sparkle in your eye or that beautiful smile or something.
Listen to me. You were never part of the job. I spent time with you because I wanted to. I like you.
Which eye, Mary? Which eye?
Mary.
Mary. So about all these old movies, was that just part of the game too, Mary?
I love them.
Okay.
I got hooked during too many hotel room stakeouts with too many hours to fill. May just puts a little bit of a different spin on them than I do.
I see. Taxpayer-sponsored schizophrenia, something like that?
You get used to it. You used your experiences to make up another person.
I like that other person.
I wish I could make you feel better. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's too bad we couldn't have met under better circumstances.
Yeah. Or maybe not at all.